Evening YouTubers, and on today's episode it's the final one for the VFR 800. This will be the last episode on this one. Hopefully we'll get it all done and dusted. We've got the brake master cylinder to replace on the dual link brake system because that was leaking. What else have we got to do? We've got to refit the clocks, and fingers crossed we've fixed it that time. I've replaced the diodes again, the microchip in the clocks as well. So we're going to get the clocks back on today, test that, make sure that works, and then after that we've got to give it a quick service. We're going to change the oil and filters, we're going to change the coolant on it. After that it will just be a question of refitting the panels onto the bike, and then we're going to polish the panels, get some of the scratches out and bits and bobs, get the bike as tidy as we can, and then it's going to be going for its MOT, which is an annual inspection here in the UK that all vehicles have to have. So it'll go there. If it passes that, it'll have 12 months MOT on it. I have never rode the VFR 800. People rave about them. I'm more of an older bike kind of person, so it was the VFR 750 that I had that I adored. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get cracking. We have one new master cylinder kit to go on. That's where it's leaking from there. Your master cylinder's in there. That slides when you brake, and that operates the dual link brakes front to rear. There we go. I've cable tied that out of the way a little bit just so I've got a bit more access. Oh yeah, that's been leaking for quite a while, that. There's the old leaky parts, probably original. New bulb going in. Right, let's get these back on. A bit of luck, because it's stressing me out a little bit now, these. That one in there. Okay, now the clocks are fixed and everything's fixed on the bike. We'll crack on with the service side of it now. So let's get the oil dropped out of it, and then I'll go and get a bacon butty while we're waiting for that to drain. We've got the oil on the maximum level, so we're just going to run it for a minute to let the oil filter up, and then we'll recheck the level. That's the coolant changed and topped up. Right, I think next job is to get the fairings on it and then get it outside. We'll get the fairings on, but before we put all of it on, we need to change them handlebars and put standard handlebars back on. These are not standard, obviously. Someone's put heated grips on and they've done some kind of a handlebar conversion on them. You can see that there. Obviously we're going down to factory standards, so I've bought a set of clip-on bars, used obviously, as you can see from there. So we're going to scrub them down and paint them up, and we've got some brand new grips to fit onto it, and then we'll stick them on the bike so it's more how it was when it left the factory. So that's the next task. Oh, there you go. If anyone wants to buy this bar conversion, by the way, you can do. I'm quite happy to sell it for a reasonable price. If anyone wants a bar conversion for a VFR, let me know. Big gap inside there. Looks like they've raised the forks, so we need to lower them down a bit. Okay. You can't go like that. So it turns out when I bought these bars, this is actually for the earlier VFR. So the little gummins thing that locks into place like a security device wasn't in the right place for the top yoke, so the bars were tucked in like this in the wrong position. Yeah, you don't really want to know, but they fit now. The less that's said about that, the better. Let's just say I've modified it to fit, and we'll leave it at that. Now I'm going to push the bike off the ramp. Right, that's the handlebars done. Next task, I think we'll get the nose cone on, get all that bolted up and get all this connected up, get the lights at the front connected up, same as the back. Whew, I am shattered. So this bike had scratches all over it, which was from when all the panels were left in a box when the guy gave up on it. Obviously he's threw all the bits in a box because he doesn't care, because he's getting rid of it anyway, and it damaged, scratched up everything, scratches everywhere. It's brought it, I'll show you now, it's brought all the scratches out. So what I usually do is I don't use a buffer if I can help it, because that's a little bit too aggressive and it makes a bit of mess. So I know it's hard graft, but sometimes it's easy just to do it by hand. So I've done it by hand, done the cutting compound on the metallic paint, and then I've gone over it with the built Handlebar carnauba wax, which basically just seals it and protects it. Works really well with metallics. I'm not sponsored by them, I just, when I find a good product, I like to tell people about it. But you can just see it just brings, there's some marks, like there's a mark there where it's gone right through to the inner plastics, took the paint off and stuff. You're never going to get rid of all that. Scratches all down here, they've all gone now. And there's the tank. Does a really good job, and I just think it looks really good with the clip-on bars. He really finished the bike off instead of them horrible handlebars it had on it. There you go, that's the bike all done and dusted. It runs, all the problems are fixed. That is Honda VFR 800 project done and dusted. That is another bike saved from the scrapyard onto the road. That is what this channel is all about, ladies and gentlemen. Buying old bikes that people have given up on or that are due to be scrapped because they just can't fix them. We're going to get hold of them and we're going to fix them and get them on the road. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you very soon on the next one. Thanks for watching.